Well, you already know your favorite coach got a lot to say because he got a lot on his mind right now. Guys, this daggone house bill that these folks trying to conjure up in Mississippi, with it 26, 27? Man, come on, dog. What are we doing? We gonna talk about it. But hey, as a matter of fact, I'm challenging everybody else out there. Let's dig in and get this information up so these folks can find out what's really going down because they want to know. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay? But nah, Coach gonna go ahead and serve up another episode of Blow the Whistle with your host, Coach Walker. Because there's a lot of things I gotta get off my chest, man. There's some crazy stuff that's going on out here in these streets right now that don't quite make a bit of sense to me. You feel me? And some of these things that I'm looking at, I'm just like, what are we doing, guys? I mean, we got folks that can't handle, being heckled. I mean, you got folks that, you want to get out here and you want to play Billy Bad behind, and then you catch a ooh wee, and all of a sudden I'm the victim. Oh my God, please. Come on, dog. Cut that out. And then not only that, but you got some folks out here, boy, that's finding out the hard way. Hey, you better make sure you understand who you choose as your partner when you decide that you want to go hang out at concerts and whatnot, because sometimes the game change, boy, when you get out there and your girl, or better yet, your guy get an opportunity to get with their favorite artist, boy, this thing get ugly. Yes, sir. We're going to talk about all that, man. We got a lot of stuff to cover, man. We got a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to go ahead and get into another episode of Blow the Whistle with your host, Coach Walker, right about now. Guys, check this out. Now, you know your favorite coach can get a little goofy and crazy from time to time and talk a little crazy stuff, just to go ahead and set the mood for exactly how things go down. But, I'm sitting here I'm sitting here in like total disbelief as far as certain things that's going on, because it doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm just trying to find out how in the heck do we find ourselves in situations wondering, how in the heck did I get here? Or, why did things, why didn't I make a left turn instead of a right? And oftentimes, when we decide to do that, it might be a reason why you made that turn, because it was a lesson that you need to learn while you're going down that road. And I'm going to be truly honest with you. Looking at some things that's happening, I got to give props up to the Jackson State women's basketball team, Coach Reed, and her Lady Tigers basketball team. They are 14-0 in SWAC play. They got out there and did the daggone thing against Alcorn State University, beating them 62-54. Angel Jackson, who scored 19 points and had 8 rebounds, along with Ariana Hunter, who had 13 points and 2 steals. Now, Alcorn State Braves, they tried to find a way to get themselves in this game. Early in their first quarter, they had an opportunity where they got the lead for like a hot second. Then Jackson State smashed that gas and they got up on out of there. Like, look, we ain't going to stick around and play with nobody in this game where we got to scratch and claw later on down the line to get that mojo back to go ahead and get this win. So they went ahead and knocked this thing on out the box. But Alcorn State, Janae Wright, who had 20 points in the game, and Destiny Brown scoring 14 points with 8 rebounds. But then, like I said, they couldn't hold on to that lead. They had a brief lead. After that, that lead just said out of there. And the funny thing is, watching the game, there was a lot of times in the game where had Alcorn made plays, like scored a bucket, hit a layup or something like that, it could have possibly swung momentum back their way, allowing them to, put a little more pressure on Jackson State in this game and show them, hey, look, y'all ain't gonna walk up out of here with no easy win in this game. And it just didn't happen. Like I said, for long stretches of time, both teams were not scoring points. And again, when you had that happen and folks was able to get a lead and they're able to play that defense and hold on to that lead, hey, what can you say? It goes down like that sometimes. But yeah, guys, another great game. Congratulations to Jackson State congratulations to the Lady Tigers head basketball coach, Tamika Reed. Glad to see the ladies out there competing on a high level. They're 14-0. They're going to continue on with their schedule. I believe they're going to play again at the end of the week. So we're going to see how all of that takes off with them against their next opponent. But the crazy thing is, you know what? I was trying to stay away from this, but I got to talk about it. I saw my good friend online. He stated, hey, look, you want to tell me how this went, and y'all wasn't there. And I'm sitting there looking at all these comments that's coming through, and I'm just shaking my head like, man, when the man tell y'all what time it is, y'all better listen to what he got to say. My good friend Maceo over at the Crush Sports, If y'all have not tapped in, tuned in, told a friend of a friend what's going on over there, they talk about all sports, HBCU sports as well. So y'all make sure y'all get over there and go check that out. Not only that, they talk about the high school kids as well as professional baseball, basketball, and football. So, I mean, they're touching all of it. So you guys make sure y'all tap in with those guys. I went to college with those two young men, Emmanuel Glaze as well, who has a nonprofit, I believe it's Optimized. Check him out as well. They're doing some great things. So, like I stated before, go tune in, tell a friend of a friend, go check that out. But this Cam Newton story, boy, is out of control. And I'm gonna tell you right now, looking at this video, originally I thought, I'm gonna be honest with you, originally I thought there was 3 young athletes that was going after Cam Newton. And then as I sat there and got to looking at this thing a little bit more, I said, nah, this ain't 3 athletes, dog. This ain't 3 athletes. Not like that. And then when I saw the story in the New York Times, I said, wait a minute, this thing has gone global. So TSP, these guys worked together with Cam Newton at C1N when he had the 707 group. And I think they all were together up until last year, if I'm not mistaken. And then, they parted off and went their way. Same things we see in youth football, where you got coaches coming to a program, they stick around for a minute, then they move on and go do something different on their own. Which, everybody want to be a boss. There's nothing wrong with that. Let folks be bosses is all good. But come on, guys. Y'all out here tussling at an event. Why? The article's talking about folks hollering about betting money, this, that, and the third. The other guy come back telling me, you got to beat me. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. Okay, I've seen and heard all of that at a lot of daggone different events. I've seen that at youth football, where you got folks out there, the parents on the sideline betting. I keep trying to tell y'all, you're going to mess around. You're going to spoil this for a lot of folks. And it's time to cut it out, man. It's time, listen, it's time to get back to let the kids have fun. If you're teaching them fundamentals, what's the first 3 letters in fundamentals, folks? F-U-N. Let them kids have fun. Like I said, if something would have went different out there, on that field, guess what would have happened? That could have very well possibly been felonies for everybody. So I'm just like, guys, let's be real here with what's going on and just be mindful as far as the direction that we're looking to take things. I'm not taking no sides. I'm saying both parties in general need to understand just what's at stake. Because again, Cam Newton, you got your sponsorships and everything like that. These young men over here, TSP, y'all got folks that's looking at y'all to possibly come get services from you guys to train their kids. And when you got parents that's looking at stuff like that, guess what? They decide they want to go elsewhere. And that's not what it's all about. So hopefully you brothers can find a way to sit down and hash out whatever it is you need to hash out. But again, we got to stop this, guys. Like I said, the story done changed like 3 different times already. And again, it's funny, but I ain't gonna lie to you guys though. I'm like 3 of y'all jumped on him, and what's that Mashika hat didn't even move off his head. I'm like, come on, guys, what we doing here, guys? I'm like, listen, I'm not saying I condone fighting. It should have never came to that. But what I am saying is that we got to be mindful as far as with the things that we're doing out here in these streets. That's all Coach is saying. But guys, I hope y'all get that situated and can move forward. But I got to talk about this one guy though, because it's funny how you can find a way to twist the story to make it look like it's something more than what it really is. It's already bad enough as it is. We as people, folks that look like myself, have a tendency to catch that foot in their backside because people feel that it's a means or a way for them to get a couple of extra clicks, views, likes, Snapchats. I mean, not Snapchats, but super chats, or whatever the heck it is that's going on with, whatever they got happening. And the funny thing is, this young man, I've been trying to figure out for the longest. If it ain't Deion Sanders, if it ain't Cam Newton, if it ain't Stephen A. Smith, it's somebody else that you want to throw that dart at, or Shannon Sharp. You want to throw that dart at them just to get off for people to come see what you're talking about. And now it's beginning to backfire on you because people begin to see that you're trying to pander to the people and they're not really paying no attention to what you're talking about. And it's getting old. I mean, you're a journalist. Create the content and make it do what it do. I mean, that's all it's all about. Everybody just need to create the content and make it happen. Pop off and create the content. Because like I said, at the end of the day, this is what everybody want to see us do, fight amongst ourselves. And we got a whole lot more other issues out here that's going on that we can take that energy, fighting one another, and put that towards fighting the situation that's coming full steam ahead at us. So that's all I'm going to say on that. But talking about coaches you talk about cats that like to wear them hats. Boy, y'all got Mo Williams over at Jackson State men's basketball team. I'm talking about fired up. JSU fired up. Fired up. Yeah, he fired up. Because, look, guys, there's no way in the hoo-ha, hickety-hee-ha that them daggone free throws that went on in overtime, I'm like, come on, man. Them officials got a little bit berserk with, yeah. Hey, you blew on them. You touched them like that. And then finally, coach just blew his stack and said, screw this. I'm tired of this garbage. And he got tossed out the game. And I'm just like, man, what in the world are we doing? I mean, like I said before, people got to understand that things can go like left or far right real fast. And like I said, Jackson State had 3 free throws in overtime. Now, when you look at the game, you compare the games as far as the free throws between both teams, they were pretty much even. But that overtime, oh my God, that was just out of control. And I think at that point in time, I think coach was trying to find a way to get the team to engage. But I mean, you can look at them and tell just a little bit they might have been gassed. I'm not making no excuses for them because, like I said, those young men have played. They played lights out with all of the injuries that they've suffered throughout the season. You got to give those young men their props because they've stuck with it to do what they need to do to make sure they're still in these games to possibly win. So salute to them on that. But they again, like I said before, it just got so far out of control. Like Mo Williams it was like enough is enough with all of this. Like I said, Alcorn State was able to secure the win. Alcorn State won the game behind Byron Joshua, scoring 21 points, 5 rebounds, and Jeremiah Kendall, 20 points, 8 rebounds. Like I stated, Coach Mo lost his cool, and not only that, but there was a lot that was on the line between these two teams because both of them were 8-5 in conference play. So they were looking to go ahead and position themselves in a manner in which they, get a better conference win based on whoever's going to win that game. Alcorn State ended up going 9-5, and Jackson State ended up going 8-6 behind the loss that they suffered against Alcorn State in this game, losing the game 87-73. And like I said before, we're going to wait and see how everything turns out for Jackson State later on in the week. I believe they got I think they have 2 more games left. I think it's this Saturday, and they have another game. So we're going to see how all of that goes. But guys, we got to big up Mississippi Valley State men's basketball team. They got their first win of the season today against Prairie View A&M, 57-51. Monte Hopkins for Prairie View A&M had 17 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Felix Jr. had 17 points and 3 rebounds in the game. Now, for Mississippi Valley State, Quan Brown, who had 21 points, 4 rebounds, and you had 3 other players that had 12 points. Danny Washington, Rico Gibson, and Donovan Sanders all had 12 points in the game. Donovan Sanders had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Rico Gibson had 12 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Raekwon Brown had 21 points, 4 rebounds, and Danny Washington had 12 rebounds. Danny Washington had 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. So congratulations to Mississippi Valley State on getting that first win of the season. We got to talk about this. This is funny here because Valentine's is 2 weeks past, and you should still be in that love season. You should still be in that season of loving your girl, loving your guy. Just making that person feel so special and wanted, and just not cause no crazy stuff to pop off. But you know what? Sometimes we find a way to put ourselves in that trick bag and just can't get ourselves out of it by no way, shape, or fashion. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this young man took his girl to the Omalay concert. Now, I don't know if any of you out there know who this cat is. Omalay got this song called Bend You, right? Bendu. And this young lady went up on stage with Omalay because that is her favorite artist. This is overseas. This is not in America. I caught this one on TikTok. This was crazy. I definitely got to blow the whistle on this one. But yeah, they went to this concert, guys. And the crazy thing is, No, matter of fact, hold on. Before I ask it, because how many of you out there went to a concert with your significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, and it was your favorite artist, and you ended up getting pulled up on stage? Leave your comments below and tell me how that situation went. I want to know how it went from you going up on stage, you, as well as how the conversation went after the concert was over and you guys were driving home. I need to hear this from some other people, guys. Please tell me how this went, because this is crazy. But check this out. So the young lady, she goes up on stage with Omalay, and he plays Benyu. And he drops this red silhouette down, right? And all you seeing is bodies. You see two bodies there, and they start dancing. Well, the young lady got to get her groove on Omalay, and oh my God, everybody out there is like losing their mind. Now, mind you, the boyfriend is standing out there with his phone recording like, fellas, would you, if you saw what was going on, would you have continued to keep recording, or would you have stopped to record? I just want to know that. Let me know what your thoughts is on that one, because I'm like, boy, he's sitting there recording. And when I tell you, folks got to talking and acting crazy. I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny. And I'm just sitting there like, God, dog, bro, for real? So the crazy thing is, Cenat, this young man, I mean, when I say he's burning up social media, that's the young man that Uncle Shannon Sharp had on his show. And he was talking about Jaylen Brown jumping over him and during the dunk contest at the All-Star game, talking about, he fought, what did he say, 3 feet and like 1.5 foot after he go ahead and put this man in a chair. I like that just totally went left, but it was good commentary between these two. And I like I said, I just like the young man, Cenat, as far as everything he got going on and how he just talks about certain things that's happening, around the world, and just bring light to certain things. Phenomenal young man. So if y'all have not checked out that kid, please go check him out, because he got some great content going on. Young lady has come back now. She's trying to explain everything that's going on after Cenat decided he's going to give that young man $20,000. He gave the man $20,000, and he did a three-way panel where it was him, another young lady, and the boyfriend that was all, on this three-way panel together. And Cenat trying to, set some things up, whatever have you, let them, sit down and try to vibe and see, if they, get some motion going on and move in the direction that they, they might want to move together. And I'm just sitting here like, God, dog. And of course, the girlfriend, she's come back now. She's issued an apology to the boyfriend as far as what she did. But like she said before, she was basically issuing an apology based on people wanting to crack jokes about, who bought the tickets and all this other kind of crazy stuff. I'm sitting like, who bought the tickets have nothing to do with anything. The bottom line is, my question to the ladies is, ladies, would you, if you had the chance of a lifetime to go on stage with your favorite artist, fellas, you the same, would you do it? Would you do it? Because like I said, and it's no laughing matter, I thought about Keke Palmer when, she wore that dress and went to the Usher concert, and, old boy just lost his mind on that mess. And I'm just like, okay, what's really going on here? Everybody doing the finger pointing as far as what, who's at fault, this, that, and the third. But my question is, would you do it? Now, I know some of y'all are like, well, Coach, why don't you tell us what you would do? Well, I'm going to tell you right now what I would do. Based on the relationship, how our relationship is structured, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, I'm like, listen, when you put yourself in that type of situation, you're going to end up, if you're not going to be able to accept the consequences as far as what takes place, then it's going to be a problem. And all I'm saying is that if you can't stomach it or you can't handle it, don't do it to yourself. It's no need in putting yourself in that situation. Me, on the other hand, my thing is, if I was to say yes and she was to go do it, my question to her would be, now, when it comes my turn and I get to get my lick back, because, yeah, I'm going to call it my lick. I'm going to get my lick back. How you going to react? And knowing my lady, Coach can't go to sleep. He going to be like this. Well, baby, yeah, told him sleeping like this. Because it ain't going down like that. I'm just going to tell you right now. And some of y'all out there going to be sitting there trying to type in some crazy stuff. Y'all know good and daggone well y'all ain't going to let y'all significant other get out there and go do that crazy mess neither. So stop it. But again, I want to hear your comments. Hey, y'all loosen up a little bit out there, man. Leave them comments. Leave your audibles out there, man. Questions or whatever you got going on. Stuff that you're thinking about that you want to talk about. Cut it out, man. Y'all leave it out there. It's like, man, Coach, you ain't put me out there, man. You know, blah, blah. Okay, I tell y'all what. If you drop an audible, as far as like a question or comment or something that you want to discuss, what I would do is I won't say your name. I just black out the name and I'll put the comment up there and then answer the comment. How about that? Fair enough? Okay. Now, the last thing we got in this bad boy here. Boy, the transfer portal can't open up fast enough because you got folks out here in these streets that have been told, we don't need you no more. We don't need you. No. Yes, guys. Coach Prime has let a player go. He let transfer from Florida State, three-star. He's a 3 or 4-star recruit. He's a 3-star on some on certain sites, and he's a 4-star on other sites. They've gone ahead and let him go. He had gotten in trouble for violating rules. So, you know, when you violate rules, boy, that's the issue. You know, Coach Prime, he stickler on them rules, I guess, you know, as far as with making sure folks, you know, stand pat on what's going on. But the young man, like I said, he played 9 games. I think he had 7 tackles, 1 forced fumble, was a fumble recovery, and I think he had a pass breakup. So the young man's been let go. So we're going to see how that turns out. Let's see what this young man can do. Like I said, the transfer portal is going to open up on April 15th. I'm hoping that I'm hoping that Bishop Thomas finds his way and able to land in a program that's going to be suitable for him to get out there and compete and do what he needs to do. Stay focused, son. Make sure you do the things that you need to do to get to where you're trying to go. You're not going to get too many chances. You know, you can keep on playing around and mess these chances up, and you're going to end up coming up short. So there's no need to derail a dream that you may have for yourself and where you're looking to go later on down the line just to do something for that moment, just to say, hey, look what I did, because that could be costly. But guys, you know, Coach gonna go ahead and get up on out of here. But before I go, I definitely, again, I want to wish Mr. Bishop the best of luck on finding a landing spot on where he will continue his collegiate football career. And hopefully he gets back out there and do those things he need to do and show the talents and the ability that he has, making some things shake out there on that football field. But guys, like I said, don't forget, leave your audibles now. Quit playing games with it. Go ahead and leave your audibles out there. But that's all your favorite coach got for you for now. This was another episode of Blow the Whistle with your host, Coach Walker. But like I always say, until next time, be the one and lead. Man, y'all better quit playing with Cam Newton out there, boy. Like, boy, 6 foot, boy, come on, dog. Whew. Yeah, man.